What's up, everybody? Welcome back into another Ride Along with Gamecock Chuck on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It finally stopped raining in North Carolina after a whole weekend of rain. So I'm going to take the day off from work. I know I don't need to, but I have to. I got a lot of things to do around the house. Cut grass, do some things around the house for chores. So I got to get that taken care of because I couldn't do it this past weekend because of the rain. So I'm taking the day off. Just got me some gravy biscuits from Hardee's. Gonna get back home, let the sun dry out some of the rain, and then get busy on the grass and my other things that I got going on. But I want to get on here and talk a little bit about the Women's National Championship. Yeah, I know my Gamecocks didn't win. It's all good. It's all good as always next year. We just ran up against a better team in UConn. Now, heading into that game on Sunday, my son Zach, he hit me up. He said, "You think they're gonna kill us? You think they're gonna kill us, Dad?" I was like, honestly, yeah, I think they will. I said, I hope not, but I think they will. And you know, if y'all been around this channel long enough, y'all know I'm pretty realist when it comes to things. I like to try to, speak my mind and say what's on my mind and be as honest as I can about my assessment of all Gamecock programs, right? So, and then I said that, and he's like, and I explained to him. I said, UConn is clicking right now. UConn is hitting on all cylinders. They're explosive offensive team. They're healthy for the first time in a long time, and they got Azzi Fudd, Paige Beckers, two phenomenal guards that could just take over a game and dominate at any moment, and that proved to be truthful on Sunday. Them two young ladies, along with Sarah Strong, which I'm going to touch on her in a minute as well. Them three ladies pretty much scored, about 95% of UConn's points. I can't remember what they had. I think Fudd and Strong both had 24, I think it is. So that's 48. I think this is right. I don't have the stats with me. And I think Beckers had 17 or so. So that's 65 points if my math is correct. And they scored like 74 points. I believe it was. I think it was 74. Either way, they scored about 95% of their points. So it's hard to beat a team when the big three that they have a game like that. And I knew coming into this matchup that we was going to have issues with Fudd and Beckers, but most importantly, Sarah Strong. That young lady is a phenomenal athlete, a big-time post presence for UConn, and we had no answer for her. We had no answer for her in that ball game, in my opinion. And I felt that coming in. Not only is she a handful in the post, she can stretch the floor. She can get out and shoot threes, knock them down. So her game is not just one-dimensional. She is a scorer on all three levels, all three phases of the game. So I knew it was going to be a handful going into this matchup. We needed to get off to a fast start, and we kind of did. We did. We got off to a pretty solid start. But we just didn't have enough firepower to hang with UConn, and that showed. Now, will Coach Daly get it right? Yeah, I think so. I think she will. I think you can see the frustration in her face, on her facial expression during the game, how frustrated she was with how things went. So, yeah, I believe Coach Daly's going to get it right. And that starts with transfer portal. We need to go out there and get us a shooting guard, possibly. Definitely need to get us some inside post presence help, some veteran inside post presence help, somebody that can compete, can hold down the post up against someone like a Sarah Strong. Because guess what? She'll be back next year. She ain't going nowhere. And we play UConn again. So we need to get somebody that can go toe-to-toe with her in the paint and don't let her, knock them off the block or bully them in the paint. So I believe Coach Daly's going to do that. I think we're going to find somebody in the portal. And not only that, we got to also get Adele Tack ready. She's a real good post presence as well. She just haven't, played a whole lot due to her injury coming out of high school. So we got to get her right. And then, like I said, hit the portal and see if we can find a solid veteran big that can step in and help and can contribute right away. So I think that's something we need to do. we got some good recruits, or some good high school, or I guess, yeah, high school players that's coming in this year. So looking forward to that. But we also, like I said, we also got to hit the portal, get a few pieces to help our roster. If we're going to come back next year better than ever and competing for another national championship. Now, do I think, this is doom and gloom for the Gamecocks? No. We still going to get right back to where we were in the NCAA tournament. We're not going nowhere as far as that aspect. But if we want to compete with the likes of UConn next year, the USC, the Southern Cows, I don't want to call them USC because that's South Carolina. But if we want to compete with the Southern Cows of the world, we got to get some more skilled players in there, some post players and skilled players to go along with what we got. Now, are we losing anybody from the roster? I don't know. I haven't really seen or heard anything. I know we're losing, our seniors and stuff like that. Bree Hall, Tina Powell, Sanaya Fagan, Raven Johnson can leave if she wants to. She can also come back. I think she's got another year of eligibility. But will she come back? We don't know. That has yet been determined. She hasn't put that out there as far as I know. So we're not going nowhere. Okay, so if you think South Carolina's just going to fold up shop and not going to be back in the NCAA tournament, competing for national championships, and you're sadly wrong unless Coach Staley decides to up and just hang it up and go back to Philly or whatever. So you're sadly mistaken if you think that's going to happen. But overall, was I disappointed in the game? Yeah, because we didn't win. Was I surprised? No. Like I said, because going into that game, I thought UConn was the much better team. Honest assessment. I'm just speaking my opinion, my honest opinion. I thought they were the better team, and the better team headed into that championship game on Sunday. So, I mean, y'all can get in there, get in my comments, and trash me all you want. But like I said, I'm just speaking the way I feel, and that's what you get around here. So, if you do like that, if you like this content, then smash that thumbs up first of all. Subscribe to this channel if you're new and you like it. Get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on it. And like I said, South Carolina's not going over. We'll be back next year in the NCAA tournament. And like I said, if we get the right pieces in there to go along with what we got a legitimate shot of being back. We got a legitimate shot of competing, to bring another trophy back to Columbia. So hats off to Coach Gino Auriemma, the Lady UConn Huskies, for a 12th national championship. So tip your hat to them, and like I said, let's go ahead and start building and getting ready for next year. So like I said, do all them things I said a while ago. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.